Yeah.
Okay, that's kind of...
You're live. Okay. So do we have two live streams going on at the same time or one now?
No. Don't say nothing. Don't ruin it for people. Yeah, look, it's your boy.
Oh, assist.
Jahanbash! And he's crying, you know. More pay assist.
Right, we're live again.
Sorry about that, guys.
Apologies about the stream, but we're live again. Brighton have just scored. Mopay with the assist. Mopay with the assist.
Captain.
Who called that Yambakash hat trick? I don't know. But whoever it was, nice simple layoff from Neil Mopay. 10-pointer coming in.
So important to Brighton in the middle of the park, and he services Mopay.
If he does nothing else the rest of the game, I'm good at that. 10 points is enough.
You can't be happy with that at this stage.
Not for my captain.
Not with a whole game to go.
Yeah, but if you'd said to me before the game, would you take 10 points from your captain, I would have taken it. But
would you take that on any week?
No one can.
I suppose you probably would if you could have 10 points guaranteed every week.
Yeah, week in, week out. But yeah, this early, I'd hope for at least. If I get another, if he scores a goal, that's an 18-pointer plus a couple of BPS. Whew. Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Lovely. I can actually enjoy the live stream now that I know
Hi
I've got
again, Andy. Yeah, that's
Andy
why.
with
Shit. I'm not allowed to swear today, am I? I've got Ramsdale in goal. That's a good start as well. Just clocked on.
Oh,
I forget these things, you see, when I watch games. Like, oh, yeah, that's my goalkeeper. Oh, well.
Where are you? Did you retweet the stream?
No, I shall do now.
Yeah, fine. Then I can come back on it. I'm trying to find it myself.
I don't know why we have these technical problems, Such.
Because we're not YouTubers like the likes of Lee and Sam and Andy and that. They've used this other software called OBS, which helps you set all this stuff up. And
what does that stand for? Overblooding?
Open broadcast software. Oh, come on, Brighton. Come on, Brighton.
All right, sit down.
Usually notice the swimmer on that pitch, puts himself there. He's an athletic customer, gets his foot in.
Just tweeting stream back out, guys, and we'll have a chat about bits and bobs. I feel like at least Serge is in a good mood now. Why don't you tell them, for those who might have just joined, your unbelievable last night?
36 points. Could have been more, but ended up with 36 points. 3 players, Jimenez, Kevin De Bruyne, and Sterling, one of which was captain. 3 goals, 2 assists from 3 players. I'll take that all day long. All day long. I'd have taken a goal and an assist.
What's your jump up in rank now?
1,050,000 to 540k. 500k rise. Mad things.
That's some going, right?
Yeah, man. I needed it though because I've just been crap all season. So don't. It's not like one swallow.
FPL Seagull, our Brighton correspondent, is at the game.
Yeah.
So he tweeted, Jahanbash in capitals. This was 55 minutes ago, and I messaged him back and said, "Is that good or bad?" And he didn't respond. So, Solanke's in here. Where's Josh King?
Save.
Billion. Harry Wilson's left peg. He'll hit that. Oh, bad touch. What was I saying? Oh, yeah, he's just messaged me back now in capitals and gone, good.
It is now.
And
Mopay's link up, mate. Mopay, hit it. Oh.
That would kill the BPS, wouldn't it? Our Bournemouth correspondent, Neil Grover at AFC BNG, he's in the away end as well.
He's nervous.
He's tweeted and said, not a good start.
Josh King gave too much away with his body shape here. Ryan anticipated where he wanted to put it.
I'm far more worried about Bournemouth than Brighton, but now they've got the attacking players back fit. Bournemouth, I think they'll be
might be all right.
Yeah.
Let's jump on the super chat for all of you guys that are chatting away here. Too scared to do a -4 from Abraham to Mopay. Look, a lot of people coming off Tammy Abraham. On the flip side, a few people captaining him as well. Don't panic with Chelsea yet. It's a don't buy, don't sell situation.
I think the one with Abraham is people had gone back on with. You're looking at some good fixtures a few weeks back,
Chelsea
and
garbage.
making the choice to go for him over
Jimenez
Jimenez
all the way back to the keeper. That's bad.
You know, because they recycle the ball. Brighton, Ryan has as many pass touches as anybody else in the league. They'll go back to him regularly.
It's true. Richard Whittle, either of you seen much of the proper Albion from the Black Country this season, Diangana? So when you got Bilic as manager, you got Julian Dix as assistant manager, or he's one of the coaching staff, and then Grady Diangana doing bits. Yeah, something else. Did you see Diangana when he took it on his chest and skinned that guy a little while ago?
No.
Nah. Amazing bit of skill. Amazing bit of skill. Like Diangana has had an amazing season. Yeah, Grady Diangana. Right, let's get back to the video.
Well, yeah.
Bang. Skin the guy. Nice bit of skill for a little kid.
Not impressed.
You're not. Takes it on his chest, dribbles it on his head,
So,
flicks it around the play, and you're not impressed.
So what you can take back?
That's the Spurs in you being biased.
No, not at all. No, he's a talented kid. Are you going to take him back? He's going to make it.
He's just been offered an extension on his contract by Pellegrini this week.
Interesting.
He'll be back, but he needs that season at West Brom. I think he needs first team regular football, and he wasn't going to get it.
West Brom are playing Leeds on New Year's Day. Now they're currently both looking like locks to go up, essentially as the top two.
Yeah, West Brom and Leeds.
Although Leeds have started having some sloppy results, and there is a theory that Bielsa works them too hard early season, and they'll tail off. But they look like the best too. I'll be taping that New Year's Day.
West Brom are well up.
I'll go back and watch that.
You got 5-6 points, Richard.
Working for FPL next season, going early.
I haven't heard anything about Grady getting called back, and I don't think Grady will get called back because I don't see him getting into the team.
He's better off staying and playing.
100%. 100%. Let him just play, keep scoring goals, get his confidence up because he's been scoring regularly, consistently. I think he might be a top scorer. Richard, you might
his position Moyes in.
Yeah.
They pick up them positions so well, Brighton. They do it as well as anyone.
Bursting into the box. Oh.
That's another banger of your BPS. Assist and 2 efforts
keep
on goal
shooting,
in 10 minutes.
Keep shooting. Because if you keep shooting, one of them is going to end up in the top corner.
This year, look at that position in the space Moyes picks up there. They're so good at it.
We've seen him find the back of the net with his left hand.
Andy Martin's a Leeds fan. Are you a Leeds fan, Andy?
Yeah.
He's saying he's more worried about Birmingham tomorrow than West Brom.
I've got a question for Andy.
Andy, question coming at you.
When you come up, Andy, you're going to be our correspondent next year.
And Luigi's asking who I captained this game week. I captained Neil Mopay, who already has an assist. James captained Harry Kane, who probably bang a hat trick in against Norwich. It's going to be slippery away at Norwich.
So who's your team this week? Your FPL team, and what's based on your decisions?
Mine.
Yeah.
Heaton in goal because my reserve keeper is McGovern.
Oh,
He ain't going to play.
You didn't need to explain that.
So that's straightforward enough. Trent and Robbo never get dropped in my team.
He's hit it again. Jeez.
One's going to go in. Keep shooting, Mopay. Trust me, one's going to go in.
It's a great shout at the moment.
Yeah, and then I picked Lundstrom over Kelly because they're playing Claudio Bravo, who is ropey as you like. And defensively yesterday, I mean, Otamendi did well to stay on the pitch. He really did.
He does most weeks.
At any moment, he could have picked up 2 yellows, and they look shaky at the back, did City. So without Edison, it's going to be even worse. De Bruyne,
we're picking a Sheffield United defender away to Man City on the basis that Man City are ropey
bad defensively.
Yeah. Who would have thought that at the start of the season? Obviously he's not a defender, but FPL classified. Obviously.
I'm playing KDB and Maddison. Can't drop those two. Richarlison as well, and my last midfielder is Raheem Sterling. Mopay up front, Jimenez up front, Jamie Vardy up front. Jimenez got a tough game. Liverpool away.
And the captain is Mopay.
Mopay!
Who's your vice, just out of interest?
My vice was Jamie Vardy.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah. I was probably tempted to Rice.
So did you roll?
Yeah.
Yeah, I've rolled as well.
Because I'd rather have two. Like, I'd only taken one hit all season, which was this game week, and it paid off okay.
I felt like rolling here was a good idea. As much as I desperately wanted to propel Andy Robertson back into my squad, I felt like I was going to have to do
this week.
I was going to have to do a -4 to do it, and with all the rotation issues and that this weekend, it just felt like it just wasn't justifiable.
Tawfiq El Sharif is asking, he's Captain Vardy, is it okay? I'll let you know at 5:30.
Is it okay? What you got to ask yourself is, can Jamie Vardy damage West Ham in 25 minutes? I don't think he'll start.
Andy
I'd be
says,
very surprised.
Andy Martin wants to know if you actually want him to be the Leeds correspondent.
Yeah, of course, if Andy wants to do it,
If you want to do it, job's yours. Pay shit.
Yeah, you've got to come on the podcast.
Yeah.
You've got to write some articles about the madness at Ellen Road every now and again.
Yeah.
But yeah, listen, Andy, we know each other on Twitter for a while, mate. So if you want it,
our friend Ron Weasley's jumped on the old live stream. Tom, how are you, mate? You well?
Hello,
he messaged
pal.
me earlier. He's going to the bat and ball later, but I can't come to the bat and ball because I have my 7-year-old with me, and they ID everyone, and he ain't got fake ID yet. But last time I was in the bat and ball with Tom before the last evening kick-off the Arsenal game, bumped into Tony Cotty, didn't we? I don't know if you saw him, Tom, but I saw him. I wanted to, when you see him, I was like, so tempted to say, Tony, do you play FPL? Do you want to come on the podcast? But I couldn't. Didn't have the nuts to say to Tony Cotty,
we believe,
you play FPL.
On the subject of West Ham, while we're briefly on it, and hello, Ron.
Yeah.
We believe Fabianski's back in goal for West Ham today.
Yeah, the rumour is ex WHUFC employee or a WHU employee.
Someone asked him if Fabianski would play.
Fabi's playing today,
and
yeah.
He's never going to say yes, he's playing. So he grabbed the tweet and give it a thumbs up, which the guy's reliable as hell. So
yeah, Fabi's playing today. Fabi's definitely playing.
My big FPL decision was, so I'm Ramsdale in goal. That's a good start to the week. Lindelof is there for this week still. Lee, he'll be gone by Wednesday. Absolute certainty. For Robertson, and then whatever move I want to make. Lundstrom starts for me now. As soon as Ederson got sent off, I changed my tune. I was like, yeah, Lundstrom can go back in now. No problems at all.
Yeah.
Got Trent, obviously.
Come on, Mopay.
Grealish, Zaha, De Bruyne. I think they'll all start. I've left Dele Alli in. Don't know. My understanding is he's probably travelled to Carroll Road, but we'll have a fitness test. It doesn't tell you anything in terms
I'm
of
switching off notifications on this.
whether, do that.
So
whether he will or he won't.
Ping.
I've left Jamie Vardy in the team. As much as I don't think he'll start, I can't leave him out, and he can still do damage to West Ham in 25 minutes.
Did damage in 2 minutes the way we defend, mate. But I'm hopeful. I put a pound on us to win today. I don't know why I even bothered. A couple of quid.
Marcus Rashford and Kane captain. Kane could well be a sacrifice as part of getting Andy Robertson back. Depends on what I see today. Todd Cantwell is my first sub. If Ali doesn't start, he may also not start. But I didn't overly fancy Kelly, Rico, or Lundstrom this week. So
that could
have gone with a possible goal scoring threat. Lundstrom in the end.
Anyone on the live stream curious as to where we're at? We're 15 minutes, 55, 56, 57,
58, 59,
16 minutes in. So we might be behind if you're watching on regular television on a stream.
Do polls.
A legit legal stream, I might add, on Now TV. Few questions.
It really is, actually. It really is.
Tom's told me how I can get my son into bat and ball. Just tell him we're coming in for food. Deal. I'll try my best to make it in there for a cheeky one before. A couple of questions here. Gaeta to Fabianski. If you look at Palace, they're going to keep way more clean sheets than we are. Way more clean sheets than we are. So that's not one for me.
Keep conceding on one lately, haven't they?
They have, but they look good against us defensively. They'll sit in deep and they'll defend well. And you can't rely on West Ham for that.
Saves you a little bit. And,
yeah.
And I guess it's a good time to talk about it. You responded to my tweet this morning.
Yeah.
We have a double game week 24 confirmed.
Yes, which is more interesting in Sky than it is in FPL. because it's slap bang in the middle of that fucking overhaul.
Well, on Sky Fantasy briefly, I was hoping we might have heard something before we started streaming. But the main guys who have contact with the people who are at Sky are obviously asking clarification of what's going to happen. It is likely that the overhaul period will either close before the game or it will open after the game. It won't be open during the game. That's the belief at the moment. So the idea of having 11 Liverpool players in the Sky game is almost definitely off the table.
Torfig Sheriff likes the brown boot in the background, which is my brown boot over there. I'll show it to you at half time. If you stay on the stream long enough, you'll get to have a look at it.
Surely Fabianski's an option for the double.
There's this guy called Ben Thompson or Tomo or something, morning from Tampa Bay in Florida. FPL Blade. What's happening, Tomo?
Don't know who that is.
Did you captain Lundstrom? Nah.
He's playing him. I'm sure he's playing him.
I'm playing him. James is playing him. Against Bravo, you got to be playing him.
I don't even know if in hindsight it was just Bravo or just go, yes, Man City.
My friend
no
Paul,
idea what team
in Wales has asked how about Sky captain today. Harry Kane for me, Paul. Sky player in FPL, if you don't know Paul. How are you, mate? You well?
Hello, mate. I would have gone Kane if I owned Kane. I don't in that game, so I've gone Rashford.
Who do you think is going to get rested? Tom's saying that. I think it's difficult. Vardy, I think, is going to get rested.
Yeah, definitely think Vardy.
I think Sterling might get rested.
I think Liverpool Wolves tomorrow is very unpredictable. Chelsea's unpredictable just because we don't know the system Lampard will line up with.
Yeah.
I think Arsenal will probably be quite similar to what they picked at Bournemouth. City, I mean, you look at their bench yesterday, City, and you'd say Foden was the only one on the bench who was like, why don't you put a cap on?
I don't know, I'm wearing a hat today, trying to stay down with the kids.
Foden was the only one on the bench who was any form of attacking asset, really. So, but I guess I tell you who I would have really considered captain if I owned, and I wasn't going to propel him in. It was Aguero.
Our 3 got dropped. Well, not dropped, but some.
You know, even more so, he's going to play against Sheffield United. I actually think if Jesus has recovered from sickness, I think he might play Aguero through the middle and Jesus sort of off the leftish.
And that means Sterling gets dropped.
Possibly. Then it could be Mahrez, could be Bernardo. Take Mahrez off at half time.
Yeah. I'm wearing a cap because I want to be like Klopp, but I'm not.
So then, Mahrez off the right.
Yeah.
KDB to play with Gundogan plus possibly Gundogan and Foden.
You got Rashford in FPL? Captain,
no.
Because Paul's saying, gone Rashford in Sky and FPL. James is only Sky.
Kane is in FPL. If I had Kane in Sky, I would have gone Kane. I know a few people said, he looked tired at the end of the game the other day. Yeah, guess what? Doesn't he always? I find the hysterical panic over Dele Alli a little bit. On no information. Yeah, he was holding his groin at the end of the game. Anyone on this stream ever played football and walked off in pain and then the next day felt nothing?
There is a bunch of people jumping on this, that, and the other. I'm not going to read out all of the tweets and questions, not tweets, but questions here. But people talking about some of Captain Mane, some of Captain Rashford, some of Captain Kane.
Big split this week. It's good.
This is the week where everything's spread out. Oh, excuse me.
Hey!
Burping on the stream.
Good touch, that. Unlucky.
You know what? Mope's been getting a lot of attention, and I don't know if it's all gravitating towards me because I picked him. But a lot of people messaging me saying I was thinking about Mope or I was going to get Mope.
Is he 5'8" Mope?
Yes. 5.8 million.
It's just been taken out. Steve Cook booked out.
8 points already. Lovely jubbly.
You got 8 points from
Captain Mope. 3 for an assist.
Oh, cool.
1 for a minute.
For playing, yeah.
Yeah, he turned up, get a point. It's decent.
Smashing it this game week, yeah.
Well, this is a new game week. 8 points
I have
already.
A thing, right? We've all had that. You're about 5 games into a game week, and you're like, I'm bossing this, you know.
Yeah.
You know what the rest of your team's going to do?
Absolutely
nothing.
Wait till the end of the game week. And there's 3 games tomorrow as well. So 3 big games tomorrow as well in terms of Liverpool and that.
What do we think prediction-wise games this week?
Call a fixture, I'll tell you the score.
West Ham, Leicester.
2-1 to West Ham. Antonio to get one and Aaron Cresswell to get one from a set piece.
Yeah, I think Jambakash might get booked there as well, maybe. I think a bit lucky.
I think, 2-1. Madison to score for Leicester and Antonio and Cresswell for West Ham.
Sweetheart, look into my eyes. I hope you win today.
Thank you.
Because I don't mind Leicester getting dragged in the I was going to say the top 4 race.
They're about 10, 12 points too.
Even a race, is it?
They're so clear.
Leicester, they were, I don't even know, about 8 points clear of us or something, I think.
I saw a tweet from someone that Chelsea in 4th are as close to Norwich as they are to Liverpool.
Yeah.
That's another level. Bournemouth are doing right now. They've been getting possession, territory.
This happens so much in modern football now. You get an early goal and you will find the team is losing will generally dominate the ball when that happens now. I think in old days, even
you'd still keep going for
5-10 years ago, yeah, dead sense. And you can't say Brighton didn't particularly. Morpay had 3 shots in the first 10 minutes there.
But Brighton are not
the game settles into a pattern tactically.
Isn't Cresswell suspended? Is Cresswell suspended?
Aaron Cresswell is suspended.
Oh, fair play. Cresswell's not scoring today then. Thank you for letting me know that, Brian.
I worry, mate.
Tom reckons we're going to lose 3-1 against the half-strength Leicester team.
I do think it'll be half-strength.
Come on, Tom, man. Let's be confident here.
That's why I like
Tom.
Tom.
Be confident here.
That's why I like Tom. He talks sense, mate.
You haven't spoken to him as much as I have. Trust me.
Mind you, mate, that tattoo.
It's all right. Look, Fabianski's back in goal. I think Leicester will ring the changes, and we really need the win because being 1 point off relegation.
Yeah, I know you really need a win. Needing it is not gonna help you beat Leicester.
Yeah, but you know we can perform. Like when we want to pull out the bag, we'll put a performance out the bag. When we want to roll over, we'll roll over.
Of those 10 goals from set pieces,
There's nothing in that.
Tom says he can't remember the last time not looking forward to going to see a game. You got to just, I don't know,
support your team.
Yeah, at the end of the day, I was thinking about this.
Then after 10 minutes, tell your mates you told them anyway.
We celebrate when we win and we get depressed when we lose. What for? It's not like for so many people, you don't choose your football team. You didn't choose your football team. You got it handed to you.
Either Tottenham or death, mate.
I chose mine, but I don't know how or why I chose mine. But the majority of people get their team from 2 things, right? Their parents handing it down, or geographical location. The closest club to them happens to be the one.
Or you'd be like Lee from FPL Family, and just be a rebel.
Be a rebel. But then we don't get to pick the team. We don't get to choose the players. We don't choose the tactics. All we are is a cash card to these guys, right?
We're client reference number.
We don't choose who we support, and we don't get any say in the team. Yet we let ourselves get beat up when we lose. Like
because it matters.
It's not my fault, is it?
It matters.
What influence? How is it anything to do with my fault that West Ham are doing badly, or what influence?
You don't sing enough.
Don't sing enough. If that made a difference, I think Wolves would win the league because their place was rocking yesterday. I just, in the same way that you can't necessarily claim the glory when you win something, you can't let yourself get beat up when you lose because we're nothing to these people. We're just the £600-700 season ticket.
More lucky for you.
Yeah, and
I'm paying about double that.
Double and change. Anyone on the live stream want 2 tickets for today? 40 quid a pop. Block 204, upper tier, nice view. Got them spare. I don't know if anyone DM'd me on Twitter yet.
Yeah, do check your Twitter. She did put it on Twitter for people.
Yeah. Tweet. But then I don't follow a lot of people, so you can't DM someone if they don't follow you. They can jump in on the comments.
Did you put together a 1 to 11?
Gary says, Mope captain assist, mean Sudanshire is #1 in the world since 7:45 p.m. last night.
Not really, because some dickhead will captain Jahan Prakash.
Or probably
you absolutely know that.
Triple captains. Triple captains.
Have you picked
Baz and West Ham spare tickets on Twitter? Okay, I'll shout.
Have you put your 1 to 11 together?
Does it have to be a West Ham fan?
Have you put your 1 to 11 together?
Yeah, I have
done it.
Yeah.
Right, we'll do that at half time.
Yeah. At half time or over the course of the second half?
No. We'll do that specifically at half time.
So there was James and I talked about our team of the decade. 11 players and only one from each individual club. Now the cheeky thing was, what I was trying to figure out was who played really well for a club and then went to a shit club that I could still get in, but used.
No, that's naughty.
Use the.
You can't be using like Van Dijk as the Southampton player. I'm not having it. You can't.
Why not?
No, is that what you've done?
Yeah.
Yeah. No, you're so predictable. You can't do
Why
that.
not?
No,
He played for Southampton.
Wrong.
He played for
Can't do
Southampton.
that.
All right, I might need to rethink a couple of more players. I'll give you a handful of players. You've got a team. I'll give you my players, and you can argue it out and debate it out. I also started out with a longer-term view on it. I didn't know if we're looking at the last 10 years. Like Chelsea, for example, first name on the sheet was Zola, but then he's like from 300 years ago now.
He left Chelsea in like 2004.
Yeah, I didn't know if we're doing team of all time or the last 10 years. Then you clarified last decade, so that's fine.
I've decided I want to make a late change to it.
Okay, make it.
I'm doing it right now, but I'm writing it down before I forget. Can't have like Van Dijk from Southampton. It's cheating, man.
All right. I'll accept that's a bit cheeky.
Chance here. Play Moy.
Cross. Oh, come on.
They have good footballers, Brighton. Moy, Gross, Trossard.
Yeah.
Good footballers. That's why I got no worries on them. They'll give Chelsea a proper game on Wednesday as well. I'm pretty sure it's the lunchtime kickoff.
What's that?
Brighton, Chelsea, New Year's Day. It's so dangerous for me. You lit that.
Oh.
Callum Wilson, who has been left out, scored in.
Callum Wilson was never going to play both games, having just come back from injury. He's on my radar, though.
Wonders at what point.
Low ownership. And not playing here, he might drop a bit more again as well. People are just not clued up enough. Yeah. Hard to make a case to go for him over Jimenez, though. You got Wolves actually in a period now with no midweek games through January, other than when everyone else has got one as well. But they won't. I think they've got Man United in the FA Cup. They won't pick a strong team. Chance here. Well, it's blocked out. I'm not even looking, Basuma. Yeah, we need to have a look at Jimenez, Traore, and that.
Traore is worth buying.
The interesting one, Traore was saying to Suj when he was coming in, see, he's only got 4 games where he scored more than 5 points. Palace away, he got a very late assist for Jota early in the season. Other than that, double-point haul against Spurs and 2 double-point hauls against Man City. So is there anything we look at that?
He's kind of blinder.
That he's not going to get the hauls against teams that are going to sit deeper. But it feels like he's looked dangerous enough in these games.
He's had chances in all of them.
It's like Zimmo
through.
That's heavy.
Ah, for fuck's sake.
It's not great from Ramsdale. Oh, that's unlucky, that.
Out for a corner.
He played quite well, actually, Jahan Prakash.
Yeah, he's doing all right, Jahan Prakash. What do you reckon on a triple up Liverpool defence?
Strongly considering it. What do we think's the best 3 for 24 then?
The best 3.
Let's say you were free hitting in double game week 24, which, by the way, if you do that,
well,
it's insanity.
The best 3 from Liverpool.
Yeah, best 3. So you're free hitting double game week 24.
Well,
which 3 Liverpool do you go for?
Trent, Robbo, Mane.
That order.
Well, it's Trent, Robbo, VVD, Mane, Salah. You need 3 out of those 5.
Yeah.
That's it. There's nothing more complicated than that. You need 3 out of those 5.
I think most will go.
I'll be Trent, Robbo, Mane.
I'll definitely be Trent, Robbo. I think most will go Trent, Mane, Salah. I actually think they'll force it,
West Ham's not tasty in that. Leicester and Liverpool.
Which on that, you've got to be conscious of the pricing of other premium assets around that time. So that same game week, City play away to Sheffield United on the Tuesday.
Yeah.
I can see a lot of people bidding De Bruyne off. Where people might have gone back to Son, say after Spurs play Liverpool in game week 22. I can see that now. But not happening because people want to save that money. Then you'd be looking at getting sort of, is that game week 21 Spurs Liverpool, isn't it? You could go game week 22 Son, Watford, Norwich, and then I think people will force off the money from there. I think if anybody's got your likes of Aguero, Kane, that will get binned off. I really think the majority of people try and force Mane and Salah in. Which one do you go with though once you've done it and captain them?
You got to just take a deep breath and do it. I mean, the fact that Salah's price has gone up, his ownership is creeping up towards Mane level is interesting. But there isn't a right or wrong. This is where it's a guessing game. Oh, come on, Brighton.
The other interesting,
got to get better.
The other interesting aspect.
Oh, come on. This is where Josh King's doing well. He did the same against the Gooners.
I short. It wasn't a good pass. Not enough weight on it. But a little bit of sympathy for the fact he's got to put it towards his right. But I think he's desperate to lay it into Harry Wilson's path on his left, so he doesn't have to break his stride. But you just got to put a little bit more on that, and then he can push it past Burnham away. Yeah, that's what he's thinking here, to get it on his left. The interesting aspect of the double.
Bournemouth been all right. Nick Griffith's been asking how Bournemouth. Bournemouth been all right. They've had, since going down, they've had territory and possession.
Yes,
Brighton have been
it's a
sitting
decent watch. They're two good football teams with the ball. He says as Rico nearly runs it out of play. The other interesting aspect of double game week 24. Is the other fixtures. So you've got Spurs are at home to. It's obviously the reverse of these fixtures now. So you've got Leicester at home to West Ham. You got Spurs at home to Norwich. You've got Chelsea at home to Arsenal. City away to Sheffield United. United at home to Burnley. I don't know. You want to break up the rest of your team. That's why I think I might end up with a triple defensive as well.
So this is 3 out of those 5, and the only one from West Ham, which watch this space, will be.
There's 2.
Antonio.
There's 2.
Or Snodgrass. Fabi obviously.
Not
Fabi.
Snodgrass.
Snoddy's all right. He's cheap. You got to remember he's cheap. So if you've got a Traore or whatever,
he's doing it for the sake of doing it, isn't it?
Yeah, but if you're interested in a jump on, jump off, then Snoddy's not a bad shout. But Fabianski and Antonio are the only other 2.
But Antonio as well. You got people at the moment who might be in and around Grealish's value or Wilfried Zaha's value. Like, it makes some sense, doesn't it?
Not against Leicester and Liverpool. And
I don't know, because
not without seeing what happens in the next 3 weeks.
See, thing is as well.
Good slide ball. Josh King.
He's playing well, King.
He's a good player, Josh King.
Antonio, as we've seen historically over the years for you, does all right in these tougher fixtures.
Points per minute, he's good. Points per game.
He's at his best when he's playing lone front man up front, which I think in those fixtures he'll probably end up doing. I know he's playing with Allaire now, but Leicester away, Liverpool home, he'll probably go up front on his own. And that's when he's the battering ram and at his best and he calls people trouble. So I think, yes, when it comes down to it, you could consider Antonio.
And I probably will. I'll probably get him in a little bit before.
Fabianski.
Yeah, Flappy's all right.
I would always want a goalkeeper that's got 2 fixtures. I wouldn't even give a shit who they're against. I would always have some preference for that.
Shout out to Sangam from Nepal. I'm very well. How are you in Nepal? One of these days I'll come and climb one of those mountains and we'll do an FPL meetup on base camp in Everest.
Is double game week 24? Is that obvious triple captain?
No. No, I don't think so. I don't know. What's the Champions League around that time? Is there any Champions League games?
No, the Champions League won't restart till after the 2-week winter break.
So wait and see what happens in the FA Cup. But I mean, it's not a no. Actually, if it's a Mane, too easy for Brighton to clean up.
Would you consider using the TC chip on Trent?
No. I wouldn't be mad if anyone did, but I wouldn't do it.
I'm considering it.
I don't think it'd be mad.
I won't decide until the time. One of the keys to look at, I'm just gonna have a look through now, and we can all do this together if you want to take the second.
Yeah.
Rather than, when you listen to those who listen to the Sky Pod are like, right, this is James's moment, get your pen out.
Yeah.
Have a jump forward to game week 34. Or get your phones out and do that.
Oh, we should have finished that. Stanislas should have finished that.
So if you don't use the triple captainship in the Liverpool fixture, there's every chance game week 34 might come up as an alternative. So that day you've got Arsenal against Leicester. It's not great. And these would be the first of the double, right?
Yeah.
United are at Villa, Spurs at Bournemouth, Liverpool at Brighton. The problem with that game week 34 is because that weekend's FA Cup semi-finals as well, you are going to get a mixture of teams with doubles, teams with blanks, and teams with one fixture.
Yeah.
There's also the question of
a free hit might be better then.
No, I think you just plan towards it.
Yeah.
But I'm talking about maybe using the TC there if that works out fixture-wise. Now, game week 28 is interesting because, and this is what makes me think more so that I probably won't use it on Liverpool. Norwich are scheduled to play at Leicester. It's the same weekend as the League Cup final.
Yeah.
Suddenly you've got Norwich-Leicester to go into a double game week. And I think that would be enough.
Yeah.
With Vardy knowing what you can do in the big games anyway. Not to, if it was to turn out that Vardy would have Arsenal away and Norwich away, I actually feel like I probably prefer that over Liverpool having West Ham and Wolves away. Oh, what's he done there? But yeah, plenty to think about. And what happens with the FA Cups by the time it comes round? We'll only know the FA Cup third round. We'll know the draw for the fourth.
Worry about it after February.
We'll know the League Cup semi-final first leg results. We'll have a little bit more information. And obviously, once I've had a proper time to look at it, we'll detail it properly on the pod options. But I'm not convinced at the moment on the strategy of using it for triple captain. And I think the other thing is, the other fixtures, like I said, Spurs at home, Leicester at home, Man United at home. I'm not sure I want to be bombing these guys out to make sure I've got Mane and Salah. And I think that's why I might go treble defensively, Really might do that. I think rotation-wise, the fact that the FA Cup fourth round's in the middle as well, Liverpool, notoriously under Klopp, haven't given
Is the Leicester Villa League Cup semi before game week 24?
Yes.
Yeah, it is.
The League Cup semi is scheduled for January the 7th, January the 8th, the first leg. It's obviously 2 legs. So the second leg is 3 weeks afterwards, which I think is, it's the midweek.
Someone's telling me that we have to turn the volume on the telly down. Thank you for letting me know.
I did say that at the start.
Only because we'll get in trouble for live streaming through a game. I don't think we will, but I'll take it on advisement. It's not like the commentators are giving us much. I think Elite FPL got in trouble. But Steve-O will let us know if that was the case. There you go. Come on. I need a Brighton goal before half time.
Anyway, to be fair, if someone told us we couldn't live stream for a month, it'd do us a favour.
How confident are you with your game week 20 team?
No.
I'd say Ropey.
No.
At the moment, I'm looking at 14 points of Mope. That'll do. If it stays like this.
You're factoring in BPS, are you?
Yeah, he's on 2 at the moment.
Yeah, I'm not factoring in a Brighton clean sheet into that, are you? So.
Well, he's a forward, so.
No, the defensive guys are going to go up on the BPS
they'll go up
keep
later.
clean sheet.
It's all right.
I don't look at BPS during games anymore. It's so infuriating. I don't even.
Oh, come on!
I try not to even do it straight after the game.
He's just shooting from distance. He needs.
It's just annoying, and it annoys me that the official account even tweet out the bonus points as it stands. No, the bonus. No, they do it at full time as well. Yeah. Bonus points as it stands. You know, I've got 3 for Kane now. That's nice. Let's just seen that.
2 minutes later,
it's 2 or it's 1 or whatever. Why? I don't really get that adjusted BPS after the game. So that's why
Will they get additional points for things like the match-winning goals worth more than a normal goal? So you get a couple of extra cheeky points for that.
Yeah, they do add that on at the end.
But it's not worth a lot.
Kane lost out on top BPS against Brighton, so Webster. So what sense does that make? What added on for Webster after the final whistle?
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't understand.
Nice hair.
It doesn't bother me, but then because of that, I've just got in the habit of not looking at BPSs during games because it just annoys me.
Do you think Liverpool is Alan Reed's asking the question. Do you think Liverpool will let off the gas?
Not in the short term. Not in the short term. Best thing Liverpool can do is that they're out of the League Cup, which I think's done them a favour because I think there would have been a big temptation to, particularly say if they'd have ended up drawing United, probably picking quite a strong team unnecessarily, for example, just because the support probably would have demanded it. Although rotated Liverpool could still do serious damage there. I think they'll want to increase the lead between now and the Champions League restarting, or at least maintain it. And at which point, if the lead, I mean, it's done now anyway, but, even if they get to Champions League time and they're still 10, 11 points clear, that'll do.
Yeah.
That'll do, be enough. I feel the driving Klopp is like, let's get this done. And yes, once the Champions League restarts, I've got a difficult tie against Atletico Madrid, then it's an issue. But don't forget, with obviously the last 16 in the Champions League, there's 3 weeks between the games. Liverpool already locked in for game week 28. They're away to Watford. So Liverpool are not going to be outstretched with midweek fixtures. So in those 2 midweeks, they're going to have to play Atletico twice. But I actually don't see rotation being a problem for Liverpool until April. Yeah. So I think where it might be a little bit different is perhaps the odd 1 or 2 games where it looks like he played Salah through the ankle injury. I think he'd just leave him out now and then use him if he needed him in the opposite circumstance. But I don't see it being a big problem. So I don't think it's worth worrying about till April. And by that stage, they might have won the league. Someone was tweeting last night saying that they're on course to win the league when they play Man City in game week 32 or something.
Wow.
I think it's game week 32.
That's really early.
Yeah.
This is dull without the commentary.
Yeah, game week 32 City Liverpool.
I bought in Aguero and captained him, Andrew Barker.
Like that. Don't mind it. Interested to know to hear who you brought him in for, though.
Yeah. Half time.
Right, now you're muted for 15. Should we do this team?
Let's see what is it going to be adverts. It's going to be adverts. You messed up my team though by saying that I can't pick certain players. I have 8 players, of which I haven't picked a Man United player yet, so we can debate those out. I've got 8. I've got a left back, right back, 2 centre backs, 2 midfielders, and 3 attackers.
Shall I do mine and maybe you can think while I'm talking?
You might give me ideas, but let's talk position by position. Who have you got in goal?
So just to clarify, everybody was doing this when we did the pod on Christmas Day. for like best bits of the decade. Our Villa correspondent Adam Hopcroft put through a cracking idea, which was, what would be team a decade if you could only have one player per team?
Yeah.
So it feels easy when you start, and then you look at Man City and you're like, oh my God, which one do I pick?
Well, you're only allowed one, but then it's like, okay,
so is
De Bruyne as a midfielder more valuable than Aguero as a striker? That kind of thing makes it more confusing.
Well, like for example, you got to find a balance between the other teams as well.
Yeah.
So in goal, I went for David De Gea as the Man United player. I felt that was pretty straightforward. I thought the only one in terms of the whole decade to argue that from a United perspective was Wayne Rooney. And when you look at some of the other forwards you could consider here, it just made sense just to go De Gea in goal. I found that probably the easiest one to pick. When I was thinking about Everton, I instantly thought of the fullbacks because they're the difficult ones to choose from. It's like you can pick someone from the so-called Big Six and Leicester and that. It's the other ones like the Evertons, yourselves, Newcastle. And you're like, I need to fit someone in. So yeah, Everton was toss-up Coleman Baines, and I could have gone with either. I went with Coleman, and the only reason I went with Coleman is because I found a better alternative left back than I could find alternative right back.
Who was your left back?
So left back, I went for Ryan Bertrand of Southampton.
Oh, see, I went left back Leighton Baines. He had everything: penalties, free kicks, bombing down the left. He played for so much of the decade. Because my right back, I went with Ivanovic.
What's best Chelsea?
Yeah, he was my Chelsea
shout.
He scored a shit ton of it. He was at FPL.
Yeah, he was
straight on the fucking Ivanovic was.
Angry Aaron Boyle was watching with his kids.
Sorry, Aaron. Apologies. Drop the iPad. But I went with Ivanovic and Leighton Baines for my two fullbacks because that covers my Chelsea and Everton. I didn't need Chelsea attacking for it. I mean, look at Drogba, and I'm like, how can you not have a beast like Drogba? But he was years ago. So I've gone with Ivanovic.
Okay.
This is almost FPL.
Yeah. A little bit more. So Ryan Bertrand at Southampton. Probably you think what, but actually, when I was thinking of the teams like that and Swansea's and all that, it didn't become easy, and I found fullback positions really difficult because I didn't really want to be taking fullbacks from the top teams to take away some of the best talents which are in the middle of the pitch. So, Ryan Bertrand, the left back, is probably one of 3 dodgy calls in this team. Centre backs, I went for Vincent Kompany.
Okay.
I just felt when I was thinking of centre halves through the decade, I felt when we were talking about player of the decade, we were talking about Silva, Aguero, and Kompany.
Yeah.
I felt it was open for debate. I had an opinion on David Silva, but centre half here is quite tough.
I've got 2 blanks in my centre half.
Exactly. The other one I went for as centre half is a little bit further back, more the start of the decade. I went for Fabrizio Colaccini of Newcastle, who I thought he tends to have yo-yo periods. He'd have like 6 months when you'd be like, this guy that's completely disinterested. But invariably, when Newcastle had good spells, I think particularly the one really good year they had under Alan Pardew when then Babar and Papi Cisse were scoring the goals. He was really good at centre half, actually, Colaccini. So I went for him.
I had 2 in mind that are very, very, very heavily influenced by the last 12 to 18 months. And one's heavily influenced by last night. So I had Dunk from Brighton, but probably because I didn't really think about it. And do you know who played really well yesterday? Connor Cody was class yesterday, I thought. Even bringing the ball out and stuff, he was really good. But centre back, I need to do a little bit more thought. How did you have 3 midfielders, 3 strikers?
So I've basically gone 4-2-2-2. Basically, I've basically got four forwards. But I've got 2 and out 9s and 2 players that could play wide or as 10. In centre midfield, I've gone Mark Noble.
Okay. I went Scott Parker. You'd take Parker over Noble any day of the week.
But I think I'm thinking about it about one team. I'm thinking that Noble's played. Has he been with you for 15 years?
Yeah, Mr. West Ham
for the whole decade.
Games.
I think if West Ham supporters actually went, who's West Ham's player of the decade? I think the majority for the whole decade would probably come to No, he's not the best player. He's probably the best West Ham player of the decade. I think that's who your supporters would vote for. Ron, if you're still on the stream, tell me if that's wrong. I know you've had great individuals for little periods like Payet, Arnautovic, and others going further back. But I feel like for the whole 10 years, yeah, Noble. And that's also why
Noble. Tom's gone in and said Noble player of the decade, 100%. But we're picking a team of the decade, not a player.
Yeah, but he's got to sit there, and all he's got to do, because his midfield partner is Steven Gerrard of Liverpool. So all he's got to do is give Stevie G the ball, and get on with it.
I went with my two holding midfielders were Kante from Leicester and Parker at West Ham. You're not going to get past those two.
Yeah, I've got a bit more range of football in mind. To be honest, Gerrard on his own, it doesn't matter who plays with him. It's all right, isn't it?
Yeah. Who's your midfield?
And the reason I had to go with people like Gerrard Company is because the sacrifices of the guys that I felt I had to pick as the front four as the best from the other four teams. So to go with Noble and Gerrard, I've gone for Eden Hazard has to be in this team. It's Chelsea's best asset in my opinion.
I've gone Ivanovic, but yeah.
It has to be. And to cause some controversy and upset people who support Arsenal. But actually, I don't care if you disagree with this. Alexis Sanchez. Alexis Sanchez for Arsenal was brilliant.
Terry Henry, mate. You're too early.
He left in like 06, mate.
Oh, fine. All right.
Sanchez. I worry about you. And then the front two, I felt had to be Jamie Vardy.
Yeah, I thought about Vardy, but I took Kante over Vardy.
But Kante had one season at Leicester.
So, still played there.
Yeah, I get that.
I should have asked you about whether or not we were allowing
I felt the same thing. If you went and spoke to a Leicester supporter and said, okay, maybe not that one season when they won the title, but over the course of the last 10 years, Vardy came up with that team as well, right? So it has to be Jamie Vardy as the Leicester player. And Spurs, I went for Kane.
Yeah, Spurs, I would have. When did Bale leave?
13.
Yeah, I think
could make a case for
Bale and Salah with.
But Kane's been scoring every week since 2014, mate.
Not every week.
Right,
had a few blank spells.
All right, we're scoring every week in 2014-15. How about that?
He's got plenty of goals.
So I think for the whole decade, it had to be Kane.
Who's your other striker?
That's my team.
Who's your two strikers?
So we go
Kane.
So De Gea, Man United, Coleman, Everton, Colaccini, Newcastle, Company, Man City, Bertrand, Southampton, Noble, West Ham, Gerrard, Liverpool, Hazard, Chelsea, Sanchez, Arsenal, Vardy, Leicester, Kane, Tottenham.
I had Salah and Bale. I think Salah and Bale on the two wings for a striker in the middle would just be fucking impossible to deal with.
Picking the Liverpool one was so hard. I did it once.
Salah.
I had Salah in at one point. I had Suarez in at one point.
Yeah. I actually think finding strikers and attacking talent from lesser teams is easier than finding defensive talent.
That's why I felt like from the teams.
Yeah.
Because there was basically 7 teams we were definitely picking from, right? The so-called Big Six and Leicester. And then it was fitting in suitable players from the other 4 teams.
Yeah.
But you got in there. You got a player in there, mate.
Well, I'll be interested to know. Like, you have to then rack your brains for some of the teams that went up and went down, but still have good players within them as well.
I felt I definitely had to pick one of the Everton fullbacks.
Yeah.
So that kind of made it 8. And West Ham, Newcastle made sense, and then Southampton have been in the league basically the whole decade, basically near enough. So I felt they were the right team to pick us from the 11th. Swansea I'd considered as well. We were about for quite a while.
How many BPS is Neil Mopay on right now?
Just in case Jamie from FPL Potter happens to be watching for whatever reason, I did in one draft of that team have Ryan Shawcross on it.
Okay.
And I realised that, like, aesthetically, that was so wrong. I had to change it.
Mopay's on no BPS right now, just to be clear.
It's because the amount of shots he's had off target, mate.
Yeah.
He won't hit BPS on what he's done
so far,
yeah.
But he needs another goal.
Yeah, he won't hit that at the moment. Yeah, do let us know on the old chat what you thought of that rubbish team I put together. You'd have that as an FPL team now, wouldn't you? If you could make it work.
Score some points.
Do you think? A captaincy wouldn't be easy, would it?
Nah. I'm hungry. You hungry?
Not really. You can
I'm
order some
starving.
food or something.
I'm so hungry.
You're a strange boy, you are.
I want to eat before the game, which is at 3:30.
Can't you eat at this place you're going to?
Where? Oh, the Bat and Ball.
Yeah.
I'm a firm believer that every second counts. And with WeBuyAnyCar.com, you could find out how much your car's worth.
I'm going to have a look through the old...
Maybe you need more time.
Super chat.
yeah. Ben Miller. Where was Bebe?
Bebe.
Yeah. my wife used to love that when Bebe and Nane played together for Man United. She thought that was hilarious. Tom Renshaw, great team. I thought James, hard to disagree most. Thanks, Tom. Like you, mate. Right. Is that Tom?
Tom as in Ron.
Ron.
Tom.
Yeah. Is that Ron?
Yeah.
Do Ron. Thanks, mate. Cheers. Rajdeep, Arsenal Sanchez or something. Rajdeep, I told you last night, you're muted, mate. Don't speak to me. So I sent a tweet out last night and said, the first person who tells me the title race I know is getting muted. And he was the first to tell me. Well, he was on jokes, so I let him.
At least we had no VAR so far this first half.
Yeah, in football, so much better without VAR. That was good again last night, wasn't it? Are you ordering a takeaway?
Nah, me and my missus.
Oh, on the stream? You can go and take a minute if you want.
Yeah. No, that's all right. It's nothing important.
Right, babes. Yeah. Dalit Dion on.
What's happening? Oh, nice. When you pack Reese's bag, can you know my West Ham scarf? Do you mind chucking it in there? You know, if you put a bag together for Reese with just a couple of
Brian,
snacks
yeah,
or whatever,
Koscielny, good shout. I had him in one draft.
and water.
That
Just
was doing. Honestly,
water in
considered
a
that.
plastic bottle and a couple of snacks. My West Ham scarf in the basket by the front door. Alrighty, speaking of it, what? Wondering if it's gonna be cold out tonight.
Liam H, I might get myself a Baby Yoda t-shirt. That's a good shout.
Well, this Baby Yoda thing's confusing still.
Paul Mehen says he's considering Sadibi, which I think probably brings us on nicely to
Differential team,
differential
which is
team
done now for this week.
update. So we made no transfers for Boxing Day. I'm just going to get the team up. And it just shows you didn't need to have Trent Alexander-Arnold and Raul Jimenez and Raheem Sterling or any of these people to actually have a good weekend.
70 points, wasn't it? I think.
I don't think it's quite that many, but it was in the 60s, I think.
The differentials, I thought it was 70, but yeah.
I'll just get it up now. So we finished on password incorrect.
You've been hacked.
What a don. Probably. Obviously, just to clarify, I'm using my son's email address to log into this thing. He wrote the password down for me on a piece of paper, which is attached to the back of my leg.
First times, best times, with enough love for a lifetime. One family, one holiday.
Worth saying that Neil Mopay is in this differential team as well. He's not our captain. Maybe we should have, right?
We get a wild card back today. I thought it was after New Year's Day.
Yeah, you can use it now. If you want to use your wild card, go for it.
I thought we'd go back after New Year's Day.
Just on that,
January.
the guys who've listened to us regularly for a while will know I'm not an advocate of early wild cards. If you absolutely hate your team, this isn't a bad year to go early.
It's a mad year.
Well, it's just the optimum time to play it from a strategy time is game week 36.
Yeah.
And I could, if anybody says to me that's too late, I'm not going to argue with you.
Yeah.
In which case, the way that it works out with the uncertainty of how 34 will work out this year in terms of it might not matter at all, there is a scope for just doing it. So I'm not against anybody going early this year. The differential team finished on 70 points on Boxing Day on the 27th. Clean sheet Allison, assist Aurea, goal Matt Doherty, goal captain Dele Alli, 2 goals for Anthony Martial,
Yeah,
2
Martial
goals.
was a game changer.
2 goals for Roberto Firmino. I told you we had to get that fella in, mate. Couldn't look at that in this team was not doing it. So we've set up today. We've made 2 transfers. We sold Pulisic
Finally, guy had to go.
For Paul Pogba. Paul Pogba's price, I believe, it will tell you on FPL statistics. I think he's still locked until it might even be tomorrow. Okay. So there's no need to thump into him, but it was right for us to get him into this team. And we got Sidibe in for Bellerin.
Yeah.
Who've been sitting on the bench for a while anyway.
Yeah.
So this week we are Alisson, Sidibe,
off like that.
Chilwell, Zaha, Pogba, Ali, Martial captain, Maupay, Firmino, Jesus, subs, Tielemans, Taylor, Doherty at Liverpool, Heaton sub goalkeeper. He's doing okay, mate. We are currently 1.3 million in the world. We had a little drop recently, but hanging in there, doing a lot better than we was doing with it last year. Didn't help. Game week 17, our game week rank was 6.5 million, and our game week 18 rank was 5.2 million.
Wow, for the game week.
Yeah.
Wow.
Having been up to we peaked 640,000 back in game week 10.
Differential team's all right, right? There's a zombie team that I want to win who got the assist zombie league.
You're not going to win it.
We're 82nd. The guy who's top is like 100 points clear of us.
Do you reckon he'll notice if we triple captain in Salah in that double game week? The zombie team.
It's doing all right.
Is 20th out of 30 in the correspondent league. It finished last week on 56 points. We have the treble Liverpool sitting there with Trent, VVD, Salah captain. We have Vardy, De Bruyne. It's not too bad a team. Essentially, our team is those five.
Che Adams in that team is bad.
Che Adams played the other day. We've got
bad, though.
Diogo Jota, Tielemans, Sigurdsson, O'Connell. We've got Laporte to come back, which might make a difference.
To us and City. Come on, man. Brighton need to be better than this. They're just so penned in and they're not even getting into the final third.
North v South, you said you made some changes.
Yeah, I made some changes to my North team this week. Jesus had the yellow flag, so it was time for him to go anyway. And I brought in Jimenez before he gets a price rise or two this week. Oh, come on, Dan Burns.
So,
the giant.
Suj picks players from the
handball
10.
What the fuck's he doing rolling over like that?
10 most. Aaron Boyle told you not to swear. You only had one beer,
sweetheart. He's not on the chat, super chat.
Because you ain't chatting, don't mean you ain't watching with the kids.
Okay. Just say hi, you're watching. What's he doing rolling over like a girl?
All right. Yeah, boys can roll over like that if they want to. Come on, it's 2019.
What happened to his face? No one even touched it.
Everyone cheats these days. So Suj picks players from the 10 most northerly teams. I pick from the 10 most southerly. Suj obviously has massive advantages here. He leads me following the Boxing Day game week by 85 points.
Boxing Day, I didn't change my team. I had Mane,
Alexander-Arnold,
and Robbo on the bench. I've been leading by about 120 by now. I'm going to stop picking Liverpool players till now at the end of the season and sell all three. Yeah, this week I sold Jesus. No violent conduct. There was no violent conduct for Jimenez, and I sold Hamza Chowdhury, and I bought in John Fleck.
Hamza Chowdhury blocked. It was 1 pointer off the bench. Blocked Suj's 24.
No, it was Mane.
Alexander-Arnold.
It was Mane that would have come in, but
you still got Mane in for Jesus, mate.
Oh, Jesus didn't play. You're right.
Yeah. So Hamza Chowdhury's 1 point blocked your trade.
Brilliant.
So you've left Fernandes on to Everton this week, yeah?
Yep.
You've gone with Cantwell.
Yep.
Mane captain. I didn't make any changes to the South this week. I did beat you last week.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's
Pyrrhic
tough.
victory.
Kane's my captain. I don't even have Maupay. I've got Ings, Abraham, Kane.
Where'd you get Maupay in?
I've got to have the big guys up front, really. I've got no Arsenal players. Yeah. The only one you can consider is Aubameyang anyway. So, yeah, there's nothing. I don't struggle with money with that team.
This is getting to be a bit dull now. This game's just played in the middle of the park.
Because Maupay's not scoring.
It's played in the middle of the park. There's no clear.
The squad value of my Southern team, 93.3 million, about 8.8 million in the bank. I can't spend
Mad.
it.
Why do you buy Mesut Ozil? Go
I
on.
can't spend it. What am I meant to do? Take out Danny Ings and spend it on Aubameyang for the sake of spending it?
Get
Just
Mesut Ozil.
just doesn't make sense. Back get Mesut Ozil, please. Ooh, really dropped that.
Don't go back to the keeper.
Do we think Villa are going to go down?
Yeah.
That's what we're saying. Watford to get out of it or still go with Norwich?
Norwich, Watford and Villa at the moment. They're going to struggle.
Do you see either of these two involved?
Yep, both.
Really?
Mm.
Don't see Brighton being involved at all.
They need to turn these draws, man, into wins. But they're not playing that well today. Oh, get it, Mope.
Shut the door. He had a little run from it, Dan Gosling. Scored a couple of big goals. Let's give handball. You can tell by the crowd reaction.
Mm. This game's getting a little dull.
No, it's not.
It is dull.
Suj has no patience or no understanding of
Boring.
quality. Was she expecting game of the season? I found a lot of the way Man City played last night boring, but I didn't think it was a bad game.
Come on, Mope. What minute are we on the game, Patrick? It is 52,
35,
34,
36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41. Yeah, we know we're behind. Did Sam FPLC go try and talk you out of captain in?
No, he just said, yeah, good idea.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he just said, love it or something, and that was it, so that I couldn't argue with it. I'll take it, mate. Any return from my captain is fine. Just want to see if he scored, then that would really make it sweet.
Neil, our Bournemouth correspondent at the game, says he thinks Billing looks leggy.
Nice and legs 11.
Tall, there he is, the man himself. Nice haircut.
Hmm.
You know, I really dislike.
We're 50 seconds ahead of Patrick's stream. Wow, that's crazy.
You have to pause us for 50 seconds then.
Yeah. Come on, Mope.
I was going to count to 50 for him. You know, I really dislike from Bournemouth.
The kit.
He's Lerma.
Yeah,
He's
dirty.
a nasty bastard. Oh, excuse my French. Sorry, Aaron. He really is nasty.
He's decent though. He's a good holding midfielder. If you want that type of enforcer.
Limited, basic.
Getting better, Brighton. Oh.
What's that mean?
Oh.
Penalty. It's a pen. It's a pen.
Man, he hasn't given it.
He ain't complaining, is it?
No. I think that's a good tackle. It's not gone to VAR.
But yeah, they'll be looking anyway. Sloppy. Good run. Get your eyes open. There's nothing in that song. We'll look at the first one. And the only thing is, was he leaning into? I think it was Duncan for the challenge.
There's nothing in it.
No, you're right. There's nothing in it. Problem now is you got letter of law stuff. I mean, that with Mahrez last night.
Stellingham's foot was mad.
It's not a penalty. I'm not having it. I saw it, and when I saw that he trod on Mahrez's foot, I was like, they're going to give it. Please, don't. It's not, man. Get over it. That one where they keep, what they're doing now, they keep highlighting it. David Silva had at Bournemouth in game week 3.
Yeah.
Where he was running past someone and he got his foot trod on, and he was away. And they said that's one they should have given, and absolutely correctly so. This is completely different. It's just two people running in the same direction, side by side. And yeah, there's a little. And the way Mahrez goes down, and the problem is Mahrez dives, so he gets the reward for the dive. If Mahrez doesn't dive, they won't look at it.
Right.
And that's part why we got such a problem in our game, because Mahrez knows that he's had his foot trod on, and he needs to make it clear, so he dives.
Right.
And the reward is they get a penalty. Now, don't get me wrong. I know that it hurt Mahrez's foot. Majority of us will have played football, and you have a stud come down on your boot. It does hurt, but that's not a penalty. And yes, Mahrez did still dive. You can tell by the way he goes down. He jumps up in the air.
Fair play.
The retake is even worse. I think Connor Cody's foot was on the line.
Come on, Mopay.
And his head was in the box. I mean, can we have some discretion? At least like the one. Oh. It's in.
Yes.
It's Burn, is it?
Oh, Burn, get in. That wasn't off Mopay, though, was it? Oh, it's a goal.
Who got the assist?
No one.
I don't think anyone did today. With the, what I was going to say, the Norwich Arsenal one.
There's definitely a -1 for Aaron Ramsdale.
What's it -1 for?
2 goals conceded.
No, he's on 1, isn't he?
Who? Yes, he's on 1 now. So he lost the point.
Ah, yeah. Rubbish apples. I mean, I didn't expect too much team clean sheets. Yeah, definitely no assist.
Tidy.
Can I have more pay any claim for the assist there?
Nah. He ain't going to get it.
I'm surprised you're not claiming for it. There's an argument there, the intended destination. There is an argument. He might get that.
Nah, he ain't going to.
He might get that.
Do you want
he shouldn't.
Jack Stacey at Spurs? A question coming in.
I'd take anybody at right back for Spurs. I'd prefer that lad, Max Aarons. What I was going to say is the Max Aarons one against Arsenal, when that was retaken, and Aarons booted it out. Same as what with Cody. Aarons was clearly he's offside, mate.
By what?
How long has gone by?
And they're not giving
I'm so sick of this shit.
I'm
so sick of it.
Garbage.
I'm so sick of
You're
it.
vaping now. James has left the building. Goal disallowed. What a joke. It's Dan Burns' arm. It's like 3 inches of his arm. James has just gone to the toilet probably or something, but that is garbage.
That's ridiculous. It's absolutely ridiculous. Do you know what? That's given me a point back on Ramsdale FPL. It's probably saved me quite a bit because the amount of people in Sky will own Burn.
Yeah.
Rubbish. It's nonsense. How far offside was he?
Well, his body wasn't. His arm, like his elbow, was offside there.
Stop this. You've got to get rid of it, mate. I'm tired of talking about it. It's like all the analysis on Wolves Man City last night about VAR. It's very rare I have sympathy with Guardiola. Guardiola goes into his interview and they ask him, Nuno Santos said about VAR. Santos made a good speech about VAR.
Yeah.
Guardiola's like that. What's talking about VAR for? What's the point? We lost.
Yeah.
Nonsense.
Callum
It's
Wilson.
all anyone's talking about. I don't want to talk about it anymore.
The Wilson Fraser link up.
I really wish they'd have gone, right, you know what, it's 19 games. It's halfway. Everyone's had it. Let's get rid of this rubbish. How long was it between him scoring? We're looking at replays in terms of, could it be an assist or what do you do here? Look, flags gone. I was going to say, that's the sort of one there where I can't get involved emotionally in it.
No.
I'm like, if the play goes on there, I know that's really close to offside.
Harry Wilson coming off again. He does like to take off Harry Wilson, doesn't he? Oh, hit that well. 30-yarder from Aaron Moy. He hit that really well. I mean, there's still half an hour on this game to go. Still decent. Still decent.
Do you want some food?
Nah. I'm going to try and ride it out till we get to Westfield. Oh!
I can assume.
Corner, come on, Mopay.
It's time. 10 minutes to 2 minutes.
Yes. 3 o'clock will be announced. How many 3 o'clock games are there? 4, 5, 7?
Only 3.
3.
The one I'm most interested in is the Everton thing. See if they play the same system.
Mopay's done his bits for the day.
Okay.
He's going to come off for Connolly or something. Annoying. Or Glenn Murray. Maybe. I haven't said that. He only played half an hour the other day. There's no need.
Yeah, I don't see why they take him off. This guy's such an underrated footballer.
Yeah. He's running the midfield.
Yeah, he really is composed on it. Might call that commentator's nightmare, don't they?
Aaron Moy. He's only on loan, isn't he?
Yeah, it'd be a loan with. I mean, he'll probably move there permanently. Huddersfield, obviously, I'll come back up.
Alan Reed asked a very, very good question. The best 11 bald players in the Premier League
Well, currently,
of all time, or you'd have to say of all time.
Barthez in goal.
LeBeuf.
Frank LeBeuf's a good shout, yeah. Are
LeBeuf.
we looking at proper slapheads here?
Yeah. Beckham, when he shaved his head, doesn't count.
Okay.
Frank LeBeuf's definitely one.
Yeah. I can't think of any off the top of my head. Properly bald.
Terry Henry was hair, wasn't he? Really, Thierry Henry.
Yeah, he could have. He chose to be like that.
Put it in the comments if you're listening. Skirtle.
My Skirtle.
You probably put him in there. AJ, Crystal Palace.
Oh, Andrew Johnson.
Yeah.
Not the world champion of boxing.
Yeah, not the world champion of boxing.
Apparently, he'll fight at Spurs, isn't he?
He had a fight at Spurs.
No, he's going to fight at Spurs. AJ.
Oh, is he? In the new stadium?
No, in the old one, mate.
The nice big multi-purpose arena.
I might try and have some of that.
When's he fighting that? Yeah.
I reckon he might be his next fight. Could be sort of springtime or summer.
He's local lad anyway. AJ. Barnet. Barnet way.
Yeah, he's a Watford fan. Hertfordshire boy.
Ooh. Good tackle, Billy Knott.
Old footballers, I can't think of too many. But any suggestions coming in?
Or after Skirtle, any of you guys know any other bald footballers?
Aaron Moy.
Yeah, well, Moy obviously. That's where the conversation starts
I happen
from.
to be looking at him right now.
Senderos, Pascal Segan,
Can't be. No, none of them are going in. Teams,
Thomas
mate.
Gravison. He was all right.
Thomas Gravison, I'll have. And when Thomas Gravison went to Real Madrid, that was
Renshaw's
so random.
chucking in Zidane, but we're talking Premier League, mate. So Robin, Iron Robin, for sure.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah.
Yeah, there's a few good ones coming in.
We need some defensive
Tom,
ones.
Stop
though.
it! You're getting like he's got Bobby Charlton in now. We're talking Premier League era.
We need some fullbacks. That Dion Dublin, he was proper slaphead. What was the
Yeah,
choice?
but when was he Premier League? Premier League was what? 96.
I used to sing to him, you got a Malteser on your head. Is that racist now?
Brad Friedel was not a bad
it is,
shout.
isn't it?
We went with Barthez, but would you take Friedel over Barthez?
Yeah, and Barthez was always bald. I liked Brad. It was bad by the end, but it was a good key. It was solid as. His best of Friedel was probably, I think Villa probably had the best of him. Ashley Young?
Yeah,
Can't think of him with hair ever.
but it's been shaved. As
I saw that clip again this morning when the bird shat in his mouth. Remember that?
I've never seen it.
You've never seen it?
Nah,
No.
that's not.
You've never seen when Ashley Young.
That's not physically possible with a bird.
Watch the clip. It's real.
It's not physically
Just go
possible.
Ashley Young bird poop. Stick it in YouTube, mate.
Yeah, YouTube. Where is it?
Tell us in the live chat. Was that bird poo that entered Ashley Young's mouth? Yes, it
It's a
was.
young bird poop. Footballer gets bird poop in his mouth. Nah, can't be. Can't be. It's optical illusion or something. Can't be bird poop in his
So
mouth.
what was it? Coming out the sky and dropping in his mouth, and then it's all gobbed on his lips.
Shearer was bald, maybe.
Didn't start that way.
Steve Stone.
Steve Stone is a great shout. I like that.
Yeah. Zabaleta is the Man City Zabaleta. Will have. I see your West Ham Zabaleta.
We need a left back. Back Dix, was he always bald?
Yapstam.
Oh, Yapstam. Yeah, we'll have that.
Yapstam is in.
Was Dix always bald?
Yeah. But did he play Premier League?
Yes, he did.
Yeah. There we go then. I don't know my years.
I mean, there weren't too many Premier League years for Julian Dix, but yeah.
No.
Mind you, didn't he have loads of hair when he was at Liverpool and that?
Yeah.
Liverpool bought Julian Dix.
A season and a half, didn't he?
That's why he didn't win the league for 30 years. Something changed with the ambition.
Come on, Brighton. See some action in this game.
That's where they get the point to get another goal. But I think stunk in the past. It is an occasion for the more experienced players. Alan Boyd being one of them. Controlling Brighton's play at the moment. Hopper as well in the middle of the park there. That's where again.
You got to give Danny FPL the studio address.
Doing it right this second.
Oh, he really?
Yeah.
He wants to send us something. If anybody wants to send us something, just slide into Sudger's DMs.
Yeah.
Although, like, beer is the preferable. Cheers. Thanks.
Yo, so my mate, Raj, you met Raj when he was over here?
Yeah, top guy.
Raj was DJing last night at a private party in Dubai for none other than Karim Benzema. Yo, what's happening? You all right? Yeah, good. Are you on the move? Oh, nice, because I'm Marvin, so the quicker you get, and I'm trying to hold out on food till we get down to Westfield. Cool. All right, I'm in the office. See you in a bit. Later. Yeah, he was DJing last night for Karim Benzema. Now, Raj is quite connected out in Dubai. Doesn't know anything about football.
But he's going to get us free flights and free tickets in 2022, isn't he?
Yeah. Why 2022? We can get him
for
now.
the World Cup blood.
That's in Qatar.
Yeah.
It's not the same thing.
It's close, though, isn't it?
Yeah, it's not far. So he messaged me yesterday.
State of this.
Holler when you're free, bro. I'm DJing for Karim Benzema tonight. I was like, alright. He had on the guest list was like Jay-Z, Beyonce, all of these people. You had to be security clearance vetted before you were allowed into this party. Bonkers. Oh, come on. Need to be clinical here, Brian. They're not. That was nice. Good touch. To win the corner.
She has.
Goal kick.
Corner.
Is it? Eve Bissouma.
It's an interesting player, Bissouma. He's got a lot of ability.
Guess what's happened?
Are we dead again?
Nah, it's 2 o'clock.
Oh,
mate.
team news.
Team news.
All right, phones out.
Team news. First up, Newcastle Everton.
Hit me.
Dubravka, Shaw Fernandez Lejeune, Yedlin and Williams are the wing backs. Hayden, Shelvey, and Almiron in the middle with Andy Carroll and Joe Linton.
So no Almiron.
No Miguel Almiron.
Sub?
No, sorry, he is playing. I said Hayden, Shelvey, Almiron.
Okay.
No, obviously.
So Joe Linton and Carroll.
Yeah.
And Everton.
Jordan Pickford in goal.
Yeah.
Centre backs and Michael Keane and Mason Holgate.
Yeah.
Leighton Baines with the armband at left back.
Oh, right.
And Sidibe at right back.
Yeah.
Walcott, Davies, Sigurdsson,
yeah,
Richarlison.
Yeah.
Keane and Calvert-Lewin up top.
Moise Kean, not Michael Keane.
Yeah, Moise Kean and Michael Keane centre back.
Keane centre back with Holgate.
Yeah.
No, Yerry Mina.
No Yerry Mina.
No, so no Luca Dean.
No Luca Dean. Palace.
Brighton might be getting a penalty here, mate.
VAR. Whatever it is. I'm not even looking at it. Guaita in
Can't
goal.
give that either, man. He's
Tompkins and Sacco. Centre backs. Riedewald and Kelly. So PVA is not playing.
Sorry, I'm gonna be honest with you, so I ain't listening at all. Tell me first if Zaha's playing.
Yeah.
All right,
Yes.
cool. What's the Palace team?
No penalty. Riedewald, Sacco, Tompkins, Kelly at the back.
Riedewald, Sacco, Tompkins, Kelly.
No PVA.
Yeah.
Zaha, MacArthur and McCarthy. Milivojevic, Max Meyer, Jordan Ayew. McCarthy in goal for
What's
Southampton.
the subs bench for Palace, just out of interest? So they're decimated
Hennessy,
at the moment.
Sam Woods, Cheku Kouyaté, Camarasa, Daly, Wickham, and Pjanic.
Camarassa's not there looking, is he?
Nah, and he was right last year for Cardiff.
Yeah. You forget he's there. I can't even recall seeing him in a Palace shirt.
Yeah. Southampton, again, with McCarthy in goal, Jack Stevens and Bednarek in the middle, Bertrand and Suarez as the fullbacks.
Cedric Suarez, obviously, yeah. Not Lewis or any other confusion, yeah.
Redmond, Højbjerg, Ward-Prowse, Boufal, Ings and Adams up top.
They've kept that really important spine they've had recently of Bednarek, Stevens, Ward-Prowse and Højbjerg. That the two centre halves and two central midfielders seem to be giving them a platform at the moment.
Ben Foster in goal, Kabasele and Cathcart in the middle. Femenia and Mariappa as the fullbacks. Capoue, Hughes, Decore, Sarr, Delafeu, as expected. There really isn't that much rotation.
That's only one change, though. It's Decore in for Chalobah. Obviously, Decore returned from suspension.
Tom Heaton in goal.
Yeah.
Konsa and Hauser in the middle.
Yeah, I bet it'll be the same as well.
Target and El Mohammadi. So Gilbert is off.
Yeah.
Hurahan, Douglas Luiz, and Lansbury for Villa again in the middle.
No Nakamba.
No Nakamba.
Yeah.
Grealish, Wesley, and Jota. Or Hotter.
So that's possibly Grealish back into that inside left position.
He is inside left.
Sounds like
Well, according to SofaScore anyway. I don't know if that's...
SofaScore are only going to predict things anyway in the same you're
yeah,
right
they just
with
line it up.
until they see the team. What a brilliant goal.
Oh, what a finish.
And for those who didn't know, I said that long before I scored.
Who put that ball in? Trossard, maybe?
Trossard, possibly. Lovely passing. And Moyes takes fantastic.
Pulls it down.
I'm pleased. I didn't want them to not win the game off the back of that goal. It's your boy, mate. More pay.
What, I put his across in?
No, I'm sorry, it's not.
I think he ran into the middle.
Trossard. That's brilliant from Moy. Great goal. Great
Swivel
goal.
of the hips. Lovely, lovely stuff.
Well, such a moment that Matt Ryan, the goalkeeper, ran the length of the field to join in the celebrations. One Aussie to another, of course.
Yeah, Trossard with the assist, Mopé with the goal. Lovely jubbly. 10 minutes to go. Mopé, you may as well chip in with a goal. Lastminute.com.
We all wondered when he came to Manchester City whether he was going to make a breakthrough there. He's certainly got the quality to play in the Pep Guardiola team, but maybe not quite the speed of movement and athleticism. But that was brilliant. Yeah, absolutely brilliant. And it was more of a drive, wasn't it?
Was Moy at City, was he?
Yeah, they were the team that brought him over originally from Australia. I think they sold him to Huddersfield for quite a bit. No one had really heard of him. He is a good footballer. He'd walk into the Spurs team to give you perspective.
Oh,
Honestly,
yeah.
Walk into it. Spurs would be a lot better if they had Dale Stevens and Aaron Moy in the field.
Rain, brother.
What do you want, bruv?
Yeah. Oh, worst. Have you got online login?
See if you can guess what they're talking
Hey, you
about.
know you're
I
logging
can hear
online. You know you're logging to your online account, yeah? Yeah, you would have done. Do you know your client reference number? Have you got email from them ever? Yeah, and then all you need to do is download the tickets and print them off. Here. Yeah. Get a picture of the cards and give me a shout. All right, speaking of it. My brother left his tickets at home on his way to picking my son up.
I could hear that. I had. I left my tickets at home, innit?
Yeah.
That's all I heard.
Lucky you can just log in, download them, and print them off.
2019. What would we do? I don't know if Brighton have got an agreement in place for Aaron Moy, but if they don't, it's just to get one.
Yeah.
The other clubs be looking at this now.
Yeah, for sure. I'd take him at West Ham at the drop of a hat. You take him at Spurs.
He can play.
Brighton have been better the second half for the second half.
But they deserve to be winning.
Yeah.
No doubt about it.
As relaxed as they have been for some time. This is the big win here on the Spurs.
Come on.
Okay.
Bang.
Hit it. Oh, it's on target. He's got to stop shooting from outside the box and start getting inside the box a bit. I might sell him, you know. I don't think he's going to.
He's so ungrateful, blood.
He's got me what I needed.
Are you happy with that return?
Yeah, 10 points, I'll take it. I'd rather had 14 or 15, but I'll take it. Aaron Moy's off, eh? No.
I was up.
Yeah,
I'm coming on now, so. Neil Grover has just messaged and said we're in trouble, I think.
Oh, dear. Eddie Howe, the hot seat at the London Stadium is
Those
ready
who
and
don't know,
waiting.
that's our Bournemouth correspondent.
The hot seat at the London Stadium is ready and waiting.
I realised looking at my FPL team this morning, I've got a lot of players in it you wouldn't like.
Apparently, you can download it on your phone and scan the barcode from your phone for tickets. Nice to know, Tom. Thank you for letting me know. What app is that on? Is that
I'm forever blowing bubbles. Like West Ham,
or
they
is it just the
fade and
email?
die.
Is it the email?
This has been an encapsulation of all the problems that we've had over the last couple of months. The bench against Arsenal, but they to put in this kind of performance.
You play Bournemouth next in the week. What do you think watching this?
Wednesday, 5:30, New Year's Day.
Excuse me.
I mean, we need to take 3 points from it. Home game against Bournemouth. We need to take 3 points from it.
Not talking about. Look at that run of fixture they've got there. West Ham, Watford, Norwich, Brighton, again at home, Villa at home.
They've
So-
got to get points.
So
out of
their
that.
next 5 fixtures against the team: 17th, 20th, 19th, 18th, and 15th. It's going to decide towards where they're going to be near the end of the season. Isn't it?
Diving into block. There was a bit of nervousness with the Brighton fans, even though they're 2 goals up and 1 man out. Well, the game is not up yet. Oh, the Bournemouth was.
Oh, that's cute.
Nothing early about.
Oh, hello. Basuma's having one here.
Oh, is he? What
That's
the
where he let
fuck
himself
was
down.
that?
It's a beautiful skill.
What?
Nice little showboat.
Oh man. 5 minutes to go.
It's it. It's it.
Still got 6 men in the box there, 7 men in the box. Oh, don't get muscled off the ball like that. Or at least
He's
someone
still
give him a
celebrating his
shout.
showboat machine.
Yeah.
The take from Wilson. That.
That's it. That's it. Look to your right or not.
Senior assistant. Okay.
Tom, Mark is asking who we captain Sky. Kane for me and Rashford for James.
What are you doing the rest of the week? Do you know yet?
Nope. I'll wait and see what happens after today. I've got transfers up my sleeve. I was planning on making a couple. I really think I'll bring Trent back in tomorrow for Dele Alli. That's one of my transfers. But then it's my front line that I need to think about.
I am likely on Van Dijk tomorrow.
Yeah.
I bought him back in on Boxing Day as soon as I heard Dunk was out.
Okay.
I had to make a decision to decide, and it's going to probably prove next to no difference. What would I get more out of? Dunk in this fixture against Bournemouth,
Yeah.
or Van Dijk away to Leicester?
Looks like
And,
Dunk
and
at
I
the moment.
decided, because I couldn't guarantee that Dunk would be back for this, that I should just go to Van Dijk, as that was the planned move. So I did. I got 10 points on Van Dijk on against Leicester. Can't believe I'm getting more than. It's probably Dunk's probably hitting 10 here as well. I would have thought.
Yeah.
He's normally hitting passing too.
Glenn Murray.
So
coming
probably
on.
no difference. But then I'd have been making the move tomorrow. So it doesn't make no difference. So I think probably Van Dijk for me tomorrow. New Year's Day, I think I'll be probably Vardy away to Newcastle. And Thursday night, I'll be Van Dijk again, unless I decide to bring in an attacking Liverpool player, which I think these fixtures are well suited to, particularly the Wolves game tomorrow. Van Dijk's well suited to be hitting tears in that game. Chance, the old stage of Murray.
Checking
Chance.
my laptop. Fans going off.
What, 2 up?
Yeah. How many transfers have you got left in Sky? I've got 29 or 28, one or the other.
I think I'm 26, I think.
Going into the overhaul, I don't know, the overhaul is a bit of a mix match at the moment. So originally they opened the overhaul at the end of 24, game week 24, and shut it to the duration of game week 25.
FPL.
No,
Or is it the same? Does it
Sky.
match up the same?
no, it doesn't match up the same. But now there's a game in the middle of game week 25 that cocks it up. So what are they going to do?
This is not decided yet. But they're either going to move the overhaul to close before the West Ham Liverpool game or open after.
Yeah, but then opening after only gives you the Thursday and the Friday.
That's part of the argument.
And
So-
doing it before gives you 4 days, 3 days.
No,
Monday,
gives you-
Tuesday, Wednesday.
no, gives you more. It will give you from the Thursday of the previous week,
Yeah,
because then it's the FA Cup weekend,
right.
all the way through to the
Wednesday.
Tuesday. It's Tuesday.
Okay,
No,
it's
sorry.
Wednesday.
The Wednesday against West Ham
Yeah.
Liverpool, yeah.
Yeah, so then you got 6 days, 5 or 6 days. It has to be
And
before.
then how heavy do you start with Liverpool? Or do you not?
Whereas, Liverpool, you know the split game week? Liverpool in the second half, aren't they?
Yeah.
That makes it more annoying.
Yeah.
Even more annoying. If they were in the first half, fine. West Ham were in the first half.
But they do
But we're playing City.
They do importantly. I'm sure they play on a Saturday,
Oh,
February
oh, good.
the 1st. Ramsdale's got me so bonus here, surely.
Yeah.
So they play at home to Southampton on February the 1st, and then Spurs, City, and Arsenal will play on a Sunday. So Liverpool to City moves. So you come off Liverpool, go on them hard on West Ham and the Southampton fixtures, and then you can go to City for Spurs away on February the 2nd, and West Ham at home on Sunday the 9th, before going back to Liverpool Saturday the 15th, if that's what you want to do.
Right.
That's the way West what everyone's going to do. Hard Liverpool, then hard City. And if you don't play the Sky game, anything I just said probably makes absolutely no sense to you. But if you're in the UK and you're not playing the Sky game, I really recommend taking it up next season.
Yeah, if you've got time to plan, if you're a lastminute.com kind of manager, then it's not really the right game. It's done now, isn't it, this game?
Yeah.
Minute and a half to go. I'll take my
More pay assist
10
points.
point and run, mate. I said before this game week, 50 points and maintaining my rank, I'll take. And that's
Your
it.
chance, you in?
Nah.
Chance? He's going to go for it. He's going to score. He's going to score.
No, he's not. You can tell from his body language.
Yeah, can't argue that at all.
Top for passes in the final third, top for chances created, top for dribble completed, second for shots.
Yeah, you got no arguments from me on Aaron White man of the match.
He's a good player. Very good player.
Isn't he doing well, Mr. Potter, with his magic wand? Next thing, the manager in waiting now.
Maybe. I think he's got another job in him before that. He's still young, right? He's still very young.
So Southgate, really.
Game over.
Osh.
That is the end of that.
We live stream Sheffield United West Ham. Is that the plan?
Are we what? Sorry?
Sheffield United West Ham.
Maybe. That's a Friday night, right?
Yeah.
The 10th.
Yeah.
Maybe. Do you reckon I'll be able to get tickets for that?
It's at Bramall Lane.
Yeah, I know. Away tickets. Because it's a Friday night, so less people are going to want to maybe
I
travel
don't know,
out.
ask your West Ham fans, ask Ron and that.
Yeah, I'm thinking about going up to watch it on a Friday, taking a Friday off. Yeah, or Friday afternoon off. Tempted.
You won't. It's too far for you. It's way out your comfort zone.
Nah, Sheffield's all right. Single train. As long as there's one train that goes there. To all you people on the live stream, 48 of you that are left, according to YouTube. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you, Sean.
It's 2:20. I am going down to Westfield to eat some food and then go and watch Leicester. James going down the pub to watch Norwich, Tottenham. Still a couple of hours to go. And in between that, I need to figure out how my brother's going to get into the ground. So I've got to get his ticket downloaded.
Sorted. Thanks for coming, guys. Wish you best of luck for this game.
Monday, look out for the podcast reviewing this game week as soon as it comes out on Monday. It'll either be good, bad, or ugly, depending on what happens. There's so many split captaincies around. This is the one where there could be disparity in the scores.
Don't get angry on the rotation. It's going to happen.
It is what it is.
I think, especially from Spurs, from Leicester, possibly a little bit from United. I think even like Liverpool, Wolves, Chelsea, Arsenal is all pretty unpredictable tomorrow.
Correct.
And City, Sheffield United, of course.
Yeah.
Sheffield United will be full strength to be usual team.
There we go.
Right. Go down the
YouTube.
pub then. See you later.
Ciao for now, YouTube.
Thanks, guys. All the best. Good luck. Much love. Hola. All that. I tried not to swear, Aaron, but you know what he's like.
It happens. Magnum PI. Right, I need to switch the stream off from here.